Hey guys, how you doing? Today is your girl, Miss Debs. I'm coming to you from Deborah's Delicious Dishes Kitchen here in Orange, New Jersey. But first of all, I have to give honor to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ because he's so worthy to be acknowledged and praised on this day and any other day. Welcome to my channel, guys. God bless you. I chose this topic today. Well, I asked God to show me how to word it and how to present it to you because today I'm on a journey to enlighten someone and to give you a life-changing decision in your life on this day today. A lot of people have hit me up on my channel and said, Ms. Debs, how do you follow God? Like, where do you start? How do you get that ball rolling to be a part of God's life, to be a part of his ambiance, to invite him into your life? Well, I'm going to show you how to do it today. I don't throw this down anyone's throat, but this is what works for me, so I tell what works for me. How do you get to this point in your life? That's what I've been asked. That you decide to give it all up and surrender. Sometimes you have to hit rock bottom. I always said since I started my journey with God that the Lord set me down so I can stand up for him. Okay, so bear with me because I'm winging this, some of it from the top of my head, going on my feelings, my emotions. Okay, for me, it was to surrender, right? But you're probably saying, how do I keep the faith? How do I surrender all, trust God, and to follow him? Well, for me, and only can I speak on me, but what helped me to turn from my ways of living was to become physically, spiritually, and emotionally broken. Like, you're standing on the edge of that cliff. And before you take that leap, you have to say, either I'm going to fall, I'm going to believe in God and trust him, that he's going to catch me. So to me, it was about letting go and letting God. And that phrase really held deep to my heart and dear to my heart because it was about, after you have tried all else and you have done all, how can you not, after you've been through so much, how can you not say, you know what, I surrender. I give it all to you, God, because I'm at a privileged point in my life right now that I can't go any further. I've tried it my way. I've tried to do things my way. I've tried to hold on to past relationships, past mistakes, past endeavors, and that got me spiraling down a road that I saw no return from, So I had to get in my mind and talk to God and say, God, how else do I listen to you? How else do I obey you? How else do I follow where you want me to go? So it took me to get to that point where I had to sit down, because sometimes we get so consumed with life and we get consumed with what life has to offer us, trying to, just make it in the world and trying to live up and be something that we're not. We're looking for validation from other people when the only one we need validation from is the Lord up above, because that's who gave me my life. That's how I look at it. So I got to a point in my life, I was tired of going around in that revolving door. You know how that door just goes around and it'll keep going until you stop it. Until you say, okay, let me stop right here because this is where I want to get off on. This is my destination. This is where I have to move forward from. So I got to get off this revolving door and I have to stop and I have to move in the direction that I see fit for me to go. So I got to a point where I was just tired of living for everybody else and living for the world. And, working, no matter what job I was on, it seemed like I just couldn't, I'm the type of person, I'm into longevity. Like if I was on one job for 12 years, I was on my previous job for almost 20 years. So I am a creature of habit, but it gets to a point where you feel like I'm just living my life. I'm just getting up. I'm going to work. I'm taking care of kids. When my children were younger, they're all grown now. Thank God I lived to see them, stand on their own and, be adults, productive citizens in life. But I got to a point where I was like, where is it me finding me time? You know, kids are grown now. It's time for me to learn things that I put on a back burner because I was so busy so-called living. So now I asked God to show me, because if he wouldn't have sat me down with this situation with my legs, I would have just kept on going through life. And to me, the worst thing you could do with living your life is not living your life. Let me say that again. The worst thing you could do in life with your life and your precious time, because you can never get that time back, and time stands still for no one. What helped me to understand was to be sat down so that I can look at the bigger picture, look at the broader horizon and say, you know, what are you doing? You're not happy. You're just going through the day. You're just going through the motion. But sometimes God will stop you and he will sit you down, like I said, so you can walk for him. Because if you don't have that quiet time, if you don't have that, let me get away from this, all this craziness that's going on. If God don't sit me down and let me see what I'm missing, because there's so much more out there, you know, like life is what we make it. But when you see your life going down that spiraling road and you're not happy and you're just going through the motions, that's not living. So for me, it took me to get sat down so I could stand up for him. So that's my journey now. And if I can help someone along the way, it's not about me. It's about God and giving him the glory. Because I tried it so many years my way, and look where it got me, you know, failed marriage, different relationships. And, you know, we have to fall sometime to get up, wipe ourselves off, wipe that slate clean and start again. But you can fall 100 times and get up. But if you don't learn from those mistakes that you made and from those past hurts and those past of not forgiving and not compromising and not just understanding why you had to go through that, everybody has a thorn in their side. It could be your children, your spouse, your significant other. It could be just a job that's not going anywhere. It could be just living in life in general. If you're not happy with self, you're not going to be happy, and you're not going to be good for anybody else. So I had to learn this. It's so sad in a sense that it took me this long to learn it. But that's okay, because guess what? A lesson was learned. So the rest of the time I have here, it will be spent the way God wants me to spend. You understand what I'm saying? I'm sorry about Alexa. She's going on. But it's just my way of giving back and contributing. I've done a lot of things in my life I'm not proud of. Maybe a lot of my mishaps was because of no fault but my own. And I can, you know, I can take that. I can take that and say, God, you know, I'll take one on the chin. Forgive me for it, for my sins and things that I've done that I know was not of you. And just please forgive me for it. I come to you and I stand for you and say, God, please forgive me and let me move forward and let me learn from it. And those trials and tribulations that we go through are for a purpose and a reason. It's not just about you. It's about what you go through in life sometimes. It can help someone else out. So by me going through those things, I can be an enlightenment to someone who think, okay, I'm at the end. How do I see myself out of this? You have to learn to forgive self first. Go to Father God and ask him to forgive you for your wrongdoings. None of us are perfect. We all make mistakes every day. If we didn't make mistakes, we would never learn from them. So I regret nothing that I did in my life. A lot of things I wish I could change, but then again, it wouldn't make me who I am today. And I always said, always wondered through life why I had this voice. The worst thing you could do is live in a world and your voice not be heard. So many dreams have died inside a cemetery. None of those books were ever written because we couldn't get past ourselves to see there's so much more out there that's bigger than me. There's so much that what I'm going through now, it can be in a contribution to someone else. So we have to learn to write that story, to write that book. Forgive self, ask God to forgive you, and leave it in the past and move forward. You have so much more to do. You have so much more to give. You have so much more to gain and learn in life. It's not about us. We have to stop taking things so personal. I went through what I went through to help someone else and for me to learn from it. Because if God never let us go through things and chastise us from it, we will never give him the glory. Because there would be no need for it. We would feel like, okay, this is going to happen and I'm good. But you're not good, because you have to help someone and you have to help yourself too. So I just want you to know, don't give up on your dreams and your journeys. When you find yourself going through something, don't take it so personal. It's for a reason. Just ask God to give you the strength to find out what that reason is and to help you get through it. I will not fear, for God is with me. He said, I'll never leave you nor forsake you. And I'm so into that now. It's just such a blessing to know that he's real. And there's nothing he wouldn't do for you if you just give it to him. It's not a certain way you go about doing it. You just have to ask him to come into your life. Let the Holy Spirit fill you and just show you how to maneuver, show you how to get through life. God, where do I start from here? Listen to that little small, still voice. If it's something that you're passionate about, is a reason for that passion feeling to be in your heart. Act upon it. Do what you want to do in life, but let it be a gift to someone else as well. It's not about us. It's about each one teach one. Help someone. And your life will be so much worthwhile. Write your own story. God bless.